Hello, my name is Annihilate, and welcome back to my long-term survival world. In the last episode, just in case you missed it, I went ahead and I got started working on my mansion build that is all the way over in some mountain ranges in that direction. And I would like to continue to work on that in this episode. But before I start doing that, I would like to show you my living room here, because in a live stream in between the last episode and this one, I went ahead and I decorated the living room of the castle for Christmas. I think it is looking very nice and cozy. We've got the Christmas tree next to the fireplace. If you remember what my living room looked like before I decorated it for Christmas, the couch was right there, but I went ahead and I moved the couch to over here. That way it's still in the living room, and I moved the tree to the corner where the couch was, because that's kind of the only place to put the Christmas tree the way this room is laid out. But anyway, I think that looks super nice. If you would like to see the process of decorating this, that live stream is in the playlist of live streams that I have, and that playlist is in the description. Anyway, let's go ahead and travel to the mansion, because I want to go ahead and get started digging out the basement today. And then I need to gather some blocks so that I can start building walls for the basement. I think today we're just going to get the digging done, get that all situated and sorted out, and we'll collect the blocks that I wanted to use to build those walls in some shulker boxes and bring them over here. The mansion is quite a large build, and although I'm excited to get it done and finished, it's most likely going to take quite a good amount of time because of the fact that the mansion is just so large and I want it to look very nice. And so I'm going to take quite a lot of time to do that. So anyway, I'm going to go ride in this minecart on the way to the mansion. It's quite a long minecart ride. So I will see you guys over there. If you saw episode 45, you'll know I didn't really get much done when it comes to planning and outlining the mansion, but in a live stream in between that episode and this one, it was before I decorated my living room for Christmas, I went ahead and I finished the outlines for the mansion. This just gives me an idea of how I need to build it. It is looking very good. The spruce stone and the stone that I used, those are not going to be the final blocks for the build. Don't worry. That is just an outline. It's just planning what I'm going to build. It is going to look much different block palette wise. I still need to figure that out completely. I've figured out what blocks I'm going to use for the most part. But anyway, I needed to dig out this basement that's going to be here. There's a little bit of a drop off right here. It's not really all that much. I need to dig the basement down to this level. I figured out I want the basement to be, and then this right here is going to be the actual first floor. I was thinking earlier, like last week, 1.21.4 came out, and so now we have the Pale Garden and the Creaking. I need to check that out soon, probably in the next episode, episode 47. But I do want to use some pale wood for the floors in my mansion, I think. So I will collect some of that at some point. That floor will be right here, and then of course underneath it until this point right here will be the basement. This will be the basement floor. And then there's just a little bit of space underneath that. That needs to be filled in with stone. I'm basically just going to continue this mountain until I reach about here probably, and that'll fix that up real nicely. Anyway, I need to go ahead and get my ender chest out, and I need to build a beacon. I'll probably build it right on the inside of what's gonna be the mansion, and we'll start digging out the basement. Beacons can sometimes be a little bit tricky to build. Oftentimes I mess them up, but there is a way that I figured out to do it where I never mess it up. I can build the full beacon exactly the way it is supposed to be correctly every single time. You're going to need 2 stacks of iron. You can use diamonds, you can use emeralds, gold, netherite if you're crazy enough, but you're gonna need 2 stacks of that and 36. It doesn't have to be all one. You can use multiple different ones just in case you didn't know. I feel like that's a little bit of a fun fact about beacons, and I'm also gonna use one of these bits of iron to go ahead and actually activate the beacon once it's built, and I'll get this stuff out of the way temporarily. I'll start with these 36 blocks of iron, and I'm going to start with a 3x3 square. When you're finished with the beacon, oh hello, wandering trader, you have come at a really weird time. Anyway, you're going to start off with a 3x3 square because when you're finished with your beacon, the beacon will end up on a 3x3 square, but I am then going to place more on top of this and then build out this way. And you're basically just going to continue to do this until you run out of whatever material you're building your beacon with. It's kind of a weird way to build a beacon, but I've found that it's the easiest way to do it without messing up the dimensions if you don't remember exactly how big the bottom of your beacon is supposed to be. Anyway, I'm going to finish getting this built up. I just need a little bit more iron. I'll go ahead and charge it up with haste 2 so that I can insta-mine the stone in this area, and we'll make a big old hole in the ground for the basement. I've got to think about what I'm going to fill the basement with once it's complete. I've been thinking about maybe a dungeon full of prisoners. It kind of doesn't really make all that much sense, but we can put a story to it and kind of sort of make it make sense. Maybe this wandering trader will be our first prisoner because he is definitely in the way as I'm trying to build this basement here, and the llama will be the second prisoner if I don't just get rid of him, because he is definitely being annoying. You just spawn here out of nowhere, and then you're gonna stand directly where I want to build without moving. Anyway, there is the beacon completely built. I just have to place this on top, and hopefully there's not okay, good. There's not a block above it. Just barely almost built it right underneath that part of the outline. And we'll put iron in there, haste 2, and check mark, which means I should have that perfect. Let's get into a little bit of a time lapse, digging out the basement. That was a lot of digging. My Silk Touch pickaxe here is almost completely broken, and so is this work pickaxe. I just use this for when I need to dig out large areas like this. I almost accidentally broke it, which would have sucked because it's a netherite pickaxe with efficiency 5. It's actually pretty nice. Anyway, I haven't even completely finished digging out this entire area. I still need to go down one more layer, but I figured my pickaxes are so broken and my inventory is so full of stone that I need to stop for now and come back to this at a later date, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shulker boxes right here are full of both stone and cobblestone, and then I have this white box right here, and it has some iron, coal. I found quite a lot of that. I even found 11 emerald ores, which is a lot, and I also shoved all of the gravel in here and some extra stone and cobblestone that I didn't have space for in the other boxes. Anyway, I need to put all of these away in the storage room, and I also am going to head to the Enderman farm to heal these pickaxes. It shouldn't take very long to take care of all of this stuff, as it's mostly just stone and cobblestone. I should make some room in my inventory for all of these shulker boxes, though. I'm going to put those torches in there. Those were on the floor before I dug out the basement. That's why I just have 5 of them. I'll make sure I have a stack in my inventory later. Right now that space is taken up by that pickaxe. But let's just see if I have enough space. I don't. I'll leave that one in there for now, and we'll take care of these ones because I know all of these ones have just cobblestone and stone. And yeah, all the cobblestone and stone is all the way over here. I am super excited to have to put all of this away. Oh, of course, I have smooth stone right here. I forgot that I had 2 shulker boxes of smooth stone right there. Those are gonna stay there for a second. Let's place all of these down on the ground. There's so much stone and cobblestone in my storage room, so hopefully we have enough space. Cobblestone, that's mostly empty, but honestly this chest should be for things like stairs and slabs and walls and mossy cobblestone, so I shouldn't put any more cobblestone in there. Let's start filling up this one, or actually it would make more sense to start down here, except for that's literally stone. What? Wait, were all of these filled with cobblestone? Oh my gosh. I genuinely don't have enough room for the cobblestone. What is this? Are those all full? Okay, that's not completely full, so we can put some in there. Okay, these are empty at the top because when I ran out of room last time, I just added more chests to the top, so I can put some cobblestone in there, thankfully. Oh my gosh. I need to use this cobblestone for something because I have so much of it, and it's the same thing with stone. I've got way too much. Anyway, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna put this away. It's kind of a boring process, so I won't make you sit through it, and I'll meet you at the Enderman farm. Healing up a tool that has been completely destroyed is usually tons of fun. I can go ahead and put that in my offhand here and hit these emeralds all kinds of times until that pickaxe is completely healed up. I'll also turn on this thing. Those are dispensers, and they're throwing ender pearls that I don't need into the void, because all of the hoppers that are underneath those purple carpets that the endermen are standing on are completely full of ender pearls, and although ender pearls are useful, I don't need that many of them, so I'll go ahead and throw most of those into the void as I heal these 2 pickaxes, this normal work pickaxe and then the Silk Touch one. But after I get these all nice and healed up, I think I'm gonna head over to my Christmas land, and there's a little bit of an area in the landscape that I need to fix over there with some dirt. There's a weird pothole because I would like to do a little bit of a bonus episode for Christmas, and the build that I want to do, of course, is going to be in Christmas Land, and so I just need to fix up that area a little bit to prepare it for that video. So yeah, I'll meet you guys over there right after I get these tools healed. We've gotten a lot done in today's episode. We've been a lot of different places in the world. This has been super fun so far. Wow, I can't believe it. That pickaxe is already healed. Let's go ahead and get that Silk Touch one in my inventory. I mean, my offhand right away. We're almost done healing these pickaxes. Christmas Land is one of my favorite areas here in my long-term survival world. As you can probably tell by the name, it is a land filled with Christmas stuff. We've got a snow golem, presents everywhere. We've got snowflakes in the sky. I forget how many of those snowflakes that I built out of white glass and glow lichen up there, but I think they look super cool. And we, of course, have Christmas creeper and a manger scene. This manger scene is what I built last year for a Christmas episode. I was gifted all of the materials to build it underneath my Christmas tree for Christmas last year, and I went ahead and I built it for a Christmas episode this year. I want to build something over here in this area. I placed 2 shulker boxes next to where I wanted to build it. These shulker boxes are full of dirt because this land needs to be built up to this level. What is this level? This is 71. It dips down kind of weird right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix that in a quick time lapse. That way it is all ready for a little bit of a bonus episode for Christmas. That'll be episode 47, because I'm pretty sure this is episode 46 if I'm remembering correctly. Anyway though, let's fill in this hole. And just like that, I now have a really nice flat area to build a Christmassy build on for the next episode and the final episode of 2024 for the long-term survival world here. I am super excited for that. I just need to wait for it to snow around here, because you can definitely tell where I filled in with the dirt, because there's snow everywhere except for that one spot. And I'm actually pretty happy with the amount of dirt that I used. I used 1 whole shulker box and a few more stacks. That way I'll have less dirt in my inventory. I mean, not in my inventory, in my storage room. That's another one of those things that I have a lot of, like the stone and the cobblestone. Anyway, let's pick these up. These 2 boxes need to go back to the storage room. I actually don't even really have room for them in there. Let's pick up this bed, and I've got to go all the way back home because that is going to be the end of this episode here. So let's have a little bit of flight home, and I will meet you back in the living room. Now that I'm back here in my nice, cozy, Christmassy living room, that is in fact going to be the end of this episode here. If you did like the episode, go ahead and leave a like and hit that subscribe button so that you never miss when I upload videos here and also do live streams. I like to do those at Tuesdays on 10 p.m. EST, and also hit that bell notification icon. That'll help with never missing an episode or a live stream, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye!